Damn it, I forgot the BRB again. What even is... Great. Well, like it says, Idubbbz uploaded again. Ooh! Ooh, there's a new Jay Kaiser. Might watch that. Yeah, I need to get a grip on that stuff. But yeah, it's lots been happening to me recently, so I haven't been streaming much. But I am feeling pretty good right now. Okay, I'm gonna need to watch that video. But oh no. Sorry, I got a slushy right now. I just got back home. Alright. Guess I gotta watch Idubbbz. So, you recently did the H3 content cop. And I watched that on stream. Now he has a content deputy, which I don't think I ever watched the content deputies. But this is probably not gonna be good. Also, I got an Easter Reese's Big Cup that has like sprinkles in it. I thought those were like M&Ms, but oh well. That was a good. Oh yeah, oh boy, bonus slop. Jenkins Jinkies.
It's next time.
This. This isn't really much. Alright.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Content Deputy. Now normally in a Content Deputy I would dance around in my cop outfit in the woods, but this video isn't going to have any of that.
Okay, how are you going to damage control this? I'm pretty sure when I watched the original Content Cup, I didn't even know about the CPS stuff. Or apparently the human skulls. So, honestly, that Content Cup was really good for H3.
Fanfare, we're just going to get straight into it. I was hoping that if I made a video about Ethan, he would act like an adult and he would keep the attacks...
Act like... Dude... I can't even respond to that.
Directed at me and Anissa. Unfortunately, I was wrong in thinking that because Ethan, in a desperate attempt to attack and smear Anissa and I, he started attacking our charity event.
I don't know if you know this, but the last year they lost 200.
It's literally not. You were on there. I was watching Kino Casino, but I did see the clip of them saying it's so we can make money, and then eventually maybe we'll do charity. And that was on the H3 podcast.
$150,000 to be charitable. You actually have to give money to charity, Hassan. You have to give money to be charity. It's like a slush fund for them.
Ethan and Nira are well aware that we raised $1.3 million for charity the first year of Creator Clash. The second year we operated at a loss, and I take full responsibility.
I don't know. I don't know about because like the cancer thing was like an old joke of his or something, but. Like, I don't know if... Because he's looked like this for years. But, I don't know. Hang on. I gotta actually look it up. Idubbbz cancer.
Dude, it looks like you have cancer or something, Idubbbz.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, it's just like an ongoing joke.
For that. We did band together. The community and the fighters involved ended up raising 170.
Yeah, Creator Class 1 isn't the one people talk about for a reason. I guess because it went alright, but the second one was ridiculous. It was, I mean, first of all, you canceled one of the biggest fights because of something to do with Sam Hyde's. It was stupid, which was obviously not good for the charity. And then it lost $250,000 anyway.
$5,000 for charity. It's been really disheartening to see how often Ethan will attack Creator Clash through us or attack us through Creator Clash.
Because Creator Clash is a joke.
And Anissa, masters of putting on an event.
He's reposting random troll accounts that are very easy to vet. If you click on this profile, it has a bunch of Sam Hyde adjacent posts, and it just hates Anissa and I. Come on.
Oh man, has he even talked? When was the last time he even said Sam Hyde's name? I thought he was too scared.
You're one step away from calling me a cuck. Just take the plunge.
That's too easy of a joke.
He's highlighting this post that equates Creator Clash to a crypto rug pull. He's saying that the event is going to be worse than TanaCon.
Stop
Can't wait for them to blame us for their failed event. Don't worry, Ela. I'm not going to blame you guys for anything Creator Clash related. I know you're terrified of taking accountability for anything.
Their fans were most of, like, a massive chunk of the audience of Creator Clash.
So that will rest solely on my shoulders. But I can't speak for the internet. The internet might actually blame you guys for it. Now, with this recent revelation that people are just going to use Creator Clash to attack Anissa and I have decided to step away from Creator Clash. We have relinquished control to our business partners who ran...
Good.
It's
probably still going to fail.
Capable. They know exactly what they're doing. They run events on a regular basis. The event is still happening. Anissa and I just don't have any financial ties. We don't have any.
If you've seen the seat tickets, or like the how many the seats are taken, it's going to be so empty. It like and like. I know Harley, the Epic Mealtime guy, he noped out. He sided with H3. Now, he, I think another one did. I don't completely remember.
We are, I think just going to be known as the founders of the event. Yeah, I mean, I think it had to come to this eventually. I can't keep my mouth shut. I can't, I mean, I can. I just didn't want to. I want to be frank. I want to be honest.
You should have.
Was very quiet during the second Creator Clash because I was afraid of how that would impact other people. This year I said I'm going to do something different. I'm going
I have a slushie
fight
still.
back if someone's trying to attack me. So that's what I
Oh great. We're really entering the lolcow arc.
And now I've realized, like, I can't really have my cake and eat it too. It's either you're going to talk shit like a foul beast on the internet, or you're going to have a charity event. It really can't be both. I'm very proud of the event that we made with Creator Clash. It's still happening. June.
Okay, I'm going to chug this. No, I'm not.
28th. I'm just not going to be involved in it. Please, for the love of God.
By the way, that day has has the Jake Paul thing and apparently like UFC. So no one's gonna no fighting people are gonna watch this.
Event,
I mean, they weren't anyway.
I feel like in some ways I'm like cutting off an arm so that I could escape the bear trap.
Really, you're going for the 120 hours,
and so I can fight. Well, that's a bad analogy. You guys get it. We've already told all the fighters, and it seems like most people understand that this is the best move. If the previous content cop was entertaining to you, or this video is entertaining, or you like the message, the best
I don't know
thing
how
you
it
can
could
do
be.
For me, is to support Creator Clash. Buy a ticket, buy a pay-per-view ticket, an in-person ticket.
Oh yeah, I'm sure spending $600 to support you.
or donate to the fundraiser. I just want to see this event do well. You know, I didn't try this shit because I thought I was going to be a good boxer. I didn't think I would be an awesome event organizer. And, you know, now I'm finally back to where I started, which is making fucking content cop videos. I don't want to make this too ham-fisted, but I kind of do.
Oh man, so he is bringing back Content Cop. God, who's next? Alright, give me a second. Let me, BRB. Oh, okay, there. Be right back. That's what BRB is. I still have my Reese's. Yeah. Maybe you probably did film this, maybe, before. I mean, this feels pretty slapdash, I don't know.
Because I'm like, I spent my last
Before
fucking 4 years working on this stupid boxing shit. I mean, it was worth it, absolutely. But, like, it's crazy.
You're not sounding truthful.
Having said all that, Creator Clash ticket link down in the description.
You should have done that last video. Okay, let me try these sprinkle Reese's. Oh, that's so good. Yeah. I always hate the packaging on the Reese's. The little paper and the little cardboard are always the worst part. I mean, I don't eat them.
Go check it out. Buy tickets. Support the charity. Support the fighters. And have a good-ass time. I mean, ultimately, I think it's a good thing.
Oh, yeah, that's really good.
I'm meant to roll around in shit. I think me and Ethan are both meant to be rolling around in pig shit all day long. And other people are meant to do boxing or debating or whatever else. Ethan and me, pig shit rolling around type of
What the hell are you even saying?
fellas.
You underestimate my strength! I've got kosher strength! The will of Allah! I mean Yahweh! Yahweh!
I think the worst criticisms I labeled at Ethan is that he's a bad boss, a tyrant of a boss.
Yeah, and that you had some pretty weak evidence for that. Oh.
Just implied that he was being taken advantage of by people either in his community or outside of his community, and I called him a bitch-made coward. That was like the summary of personal insults labeled at Ethan. Before Ethan even knew what my video was about, he was already framing me as anti-Semitic.
But he's like, no, actually, Ethan, the fucking Jew bag. Fuck this Jew bag Zionist baby killer, guys, right?
I don't know if that's what the video is.
I'm one of you. I fucking hate
Having watched it, that's the spirit of it.
Jews too, guys. Let's get after it. Israelis have no right to defend themselves, actually. All Israelis are settlers, actually. What is he going to give me a history lesson now? Is he a historian? Yeah, he just discovered empathy, by the way. It only extends to the point where you're actually talking about Jewish people or Israelis. Then empathy stops and they should all be murdered. Bro's actually out there like Timothy McVeigh. He's running to the closest fucking
Yeah, Timothy McVeigh, Airbnb. I was thinking of the other one.
Timothy McVeigh did.
They want all you guys to
Ted
quit
Kaczynski
to just be like alone, little Jew boy, alone.
Like Ethan under a year ago was saying he doesn't use anti-Semitism in that way. He's not a guy to call anything.
Yeah, and then this happened, and then people started going after his kids.
And everything anti-Semitic.
You know, in my whole life, I've never screamed foul on anti-Semitism. I literally have been getting this shit since the second I stepped foot on the internet, and I have never fucking ever done this, okay? So the people online, they're saying, oh, Ethan's making himself a victim, or Ethan's making everything about anti-Semitism. I've done this once in my life right now.
But he's like, no, actually, Ethan, the fucking Jew bag. Fuck this Jew bag Zionist baby killer, guys.
Yeah, Ethan's not great too, but you basically fixed his career. Maybe not fixed, but you've revitalized him.
Right?
I I don't know if that's what the video is.
I mean, I get that he's scared and offended, but this was the whole fucking point
He
of my
should be. They sent him skulls.
video, Ethan. I was saying that you
Alleged. I mean, I'm still not even sure what the hell happened there.
shouldn't be doing this. It
But-
led to me making this video in the first place. You were triggered by this CPS.
This is like, this is closer to a content cop, but this is like, this is what he thinks a content cop is. This is almost kind of scary.
harassment thing, and then you immediately equated Anissa and I to it. That was sloppy, and that was horrendous.
Because you were literally in the same room, like dancing with the same people doing it.
It's horrendous for us. And now you're doing it again.
I'm gonna watch it live.
Should you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. But, like, why?
I just don't think. I feel like you're gonna get really emotional and say something you regret.
Well, I've got the button.
Like, I know you don't have a problem taking it head on, but I just
Of
feel
course
like
not. Because I know that
you're
whenever...
understandably upset, and I feel like it might be a little.
Should we wait to talk about it, or you want to talk about it?
You should do it off stream. Because I don't know, this escalated initially because we were live and you guys were heated about I forget what it was.
I just think it might be wise to watch it, think out your thoughts, and respond in a calm way. Because there's no chance that you don't get
But,
heated.
okay,
I
what
don't
is with
need-
this dude's hair? What?
And respond in a calm way.
That's not even pigtails. That's just. I think he just put bows in there.
Because there's no chance that you don't get heated.
I don't need to fucking pre-watch this. I don't need someone else to hold my hand through it. Like, I'm ready to take on anything that these people have to say about me. He's like, no, actually, Ethan, the fucking Jew bag. Fuck this Jew bag Zionist baby killer, guys. I'm one of you. I fucking hate Jews too, guys.
You attacked us, so I attacked back, and now you're acting surprised and shocked, and you're doing it all on your podcast live. So naturally, you reacting live is you having an emotional reaction and seeing things that honestly are scary.
I just said I vented about them not defending me. What the fuck is he like? He's actually.
Well, because they were at your house. They've met your kids. They know if CPS should be involved or not.
Losing his shit and make like I just can't believe it, dude.
Should you call him up?
So go fuck yourself.
I agree. Fair weather friends who are so happy
Yeah, fair weather friends. Exactly.
to be friends as long as they're getting
I
something out
hate
of
that
it.
I hate that I have to side with Ethan Klein.
Ian sucks for the same reason right now. He could say something.
Spineless. Our POV is like, fuck everybody, and I don't want to hear any excuses. You're not my friend, and you never were, and you never will be. You never will be.
What's very insane about this content cop is I was thinking about Ethan's feelings so much in that video. I
Really.
thought about the idea of like how I shouldn't be saying the term Zionist or Zionism in that video because I was like, he has explained before that that's personally insulting to him and he doesn't like that. You know, regardless of how true it is, I was like, I'm going to think about Ethan's feelings and not mention this. Fast forward to him reacting to my video, he's just outright calling me a fucking Nazi.
Is it a coincidence that Ian really shaved his head just before doing this video and he's holding a swastika one? I mean,
Okay. There's the. I've seen this picture. There's the giant manga cowboy hat again. What? So I guess that was Hassan's.
we can
not
free
Ethan's.
Palestine without being a Nazi. You fucking Nazis. How about that? Well, this is the white savior, Ian, who's just found empathy, unless you're Jewish, of course.
Ethan, people are allowed to shave their head and not be called anti-Semitic. I mean, if you're going to critique his podcast or be pissed off that he personally insulted you, even that is enough to be called anti-Semitic. It's fucking crazy. Now, I don't want to talk about Hassan's sword. I don't want to talk about Hassan's sword hilt because Ethan himself basically admitted already multiple times.
But the sword hilt is kind of weird. I've seen like the back and forth of the. I mean, I've seen the thing of him actually buying it because it looks like that, you know.
I don't think any of us did that intentionally. And he would be right.
Do I think any of them actually like wanted to put a swastika in the
It's
photo?
just
No,
it's
that's-
just kind of
no,
funny.
I don't actually think that. The chances that they did on purpose is close to zero, right? So I'm not accusing them.
I picked up a random sword in Hassan's room that was laying around. That could be the end of the discussion. You don't actually need to debate Hassan about the sword hilt.
He left
the
it up.
decision-making
If
of
it was a mistake, he could have
who I
deleted
am
it.
not.
But I'm not going to delete the photo because that would be indulging in your weird anti-Semitic fantasies.
We can free Palestine without being a Nazi. You
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
Nazis. How about that?
Hassan that doesn't know anything about Bleach, which I mean I don't either. But
I'm done being nice to Ethan.
I don't own the
I
sword.
gave it a chance. My sincerity and my empathy in that last video was real.
What empathy?
I was even equating to him having crash out moments in the same way that denims could have crash out moments. I think we're all capable of it, but he was using it in the video to suggest
yeah,
that
like
I was
what you're
making
doing
fun of-
right now. This is honestly scary. Like this is weird.
mental health.
To my good friend Ian
Is
of
he
8
still
years, I
not gonna
really
bring up the
appreciate
CPS
you
call?
weaponizing my mental health against me.
To make Ethan crash out. He's having a parasocial weird crash out. People can have crash out moments. Maybe if Ethan's able to get some help. Dude, I'm not making fun of your mental health. Every example you used was me basically saying that other people are trying to affect you. It's understandable that you're going through this right now, Ethan. We all go through this.
To characterize anything I'm doing as crashing out, that I need help, that I need to get some kind of treatment,
Ugh.
is cruel and pathetic on
oh
a
man.
level I didn't
Oh man, you really didn't need to stretch out the program more.
think he would ever be possible of doing.
Every fucking example that you tried to smear me with was me actually pointing to something else that could be affecting
Bring
me.
up
He even brought
CPS.
up a clip of me saying, if you get help. We all need help. Everyone on this planet needs help. I don't care how you get it. You can wander into the jungle and go on an ayahuasca trip. I don't care how you get your help or what you define as help. But if it helps you, that would be good. Because right now it doesn't seem like you're getting much help. The main criticism that I was seeing online with my video
Yeah.
from Ethan and Eli.
I'm making more money off this than the charity will, and I don't even have super chats.
Is that I didn't mention the CPS call.
There's
Oh,
really just
finally.
one central point that I want
Yeah,
to
the
make
most
here.
important
My good
part.
friend Ian, in
The
his
linchpin.
hour-long takedown, did not mention one time Child Protective Services. Not one time.
There was not even one mention of CPS.
And a lot of the
Oh,
clips
sorry.
he uses is us fired up from the day that CPS
yeah,
came to us.
so, like,
without
for a lot of
without
it-
even explaining that at least that's the context, it's pretty cowardly.
I wonder why I wouldn't mention the CPS call. Could it be that the CPS call happened the same day that you were shit-talking me? And I didn't have any chance to defend myself. You just immediately, in the same podcast, right next
Wait.
to each other, said, CPS call was very traumatic. And then you said, fuck Ian and Anissa. And
So it was before. It was before. So let me go back to this.
Like, I don't need any fucking halfway friends, man.
Yeah, you spent a big chunk of the video talking about that. What?
and you link those together.
Okay, that's fine.
You kind of layered those flavors, and then Anissa and I got a bunch of harassment. We had nothing to do with the CPS call. What are all these fucking comments on your Reddit saying?
So, this is flabbergasting.
Like, it happened because of the CPS call. I don't entirely blame your audience for getting confused because number one, it's a fucking cult, and number two, you can't even get the timeline straight. So if anyone's watching your dumbass, their brain is also going to be
Be friends.
Oh, I think. I think I get it. So CPS call, then, so I guess he didn't give them enough time to respond, but then Idubbbz just said, why would I respond? Why would I help you anyway? So
as long
that's
as they're
kind of
getting
moot.
something out of it. So again, he's not showing the context. What was the okay, I'll play this part. Did you guys ever find the context of what I was talking about here? Because I feel like I wasn't even talking about him. I could be wrong. I just don't remember ever saying, like, if I did say that,
I thought you were talking about them, about Anissa and Ian in that clip.
That's the same clip of
It's all the
when
part of the same
CPS was
clip.
called.
Yeah.
Same clip.
It's part of the same conversation.
You completely wiped your brain of what happened during the CPS stream. That's not my fucking fault. That's no one else's fault but yours.
All I wanted for you to do was say the bare minimum of, like, hey, this is fucked up. This is not true about CPS, whatever. Like the bare.
In what you're showing it, Idubbbz, this is the same stream, so they would have contacted you beforehand and then talked about it. I don't know. Maybe that isn't enough time.
They
but
were talking about it on their fucking podcast. By the way, they're the ones that like started this conversation by talking about it on the podcast. Be like, hey, I'm not getting involved.
I think that was their response after you guys initially called them out.
This is what I was talking about. You cannot have something terrible happen.
Either Ian is really bad at explaining this, or he is just insane. Oh my god.
Let's make some content. And then shit talk your friends of 8 years.
I'm so fired up, I don't even know what to do with myself, which is why I'm coming on this. I don't know if that's a good state to be in live.
That's that. Kind of spitting.
And a lot of the clips he uses is us fired up from the day that CPS came to us.
For anyone confused about the timeline, Ethan was talking shit about
All
us
right.
on his Instagram before any CPS shit.
Froggy, okay. Called the CPS happens.
He was
One
also
day.
talking shit about us on his podcast before any CPS visit. On March 7th,
Okay,
CPS visits Ethan and Hila, and that same day, they decide, let's do our podcast, and let's have the topic be the CPS visit and how distraught we are.
Address harassment nicely from the people, quote-unquote, addressing.
About that. And then right next to that, right after it, you guys talk about me and Anissa. But you don't just talk about us. You shit talk us, and you imply that we're friends with people who are doing
You
it,
are.
who are the ones who are harassing you.
Do you have evidence that H3 Snark called CPS on you?
Did I say that?
Random anonymous
Did I say that?
Wait,
Okay.
what's the?
I said they're primarily responsible for harassing me.
Who called CPS?
What the fuck? So I don't know.
To be honest, I'm very proud that I didn't immediately jump to Ethan and Hila's defense, because when you look into the story, it actually looks a lot shittier for Ethan and Hila. And I do mean that literally. There was this H3 stream where Ethan was dumping as per usual. He was talking about his own health. He was talking about his caca breath, his dog having diarrhea, his dog having giardia.
Olive has giardia. It's a bacterial infection in the intestines that makes you have diarrhea.
His child running around putting things in their mouth.
Sonny's crawling around. He's putting everything in his mouth. He's at that age. He has giardia.
The whole family possibly having giardia.
Okay, that is.
And now Hila has giardia.
Shut. For real?
Wait.
And now I think this morning I had diarrhea.
Oh my god.
What can I do to not get it from you?
I'm trying to...
Because I'm not trying to get it.
No, it's extremely ridiculous to get. You have to ingest my poop.
Talking about the viscosity of his child's shit.
And meanwhile, he is covered in viscous, low viscosity diarrhea.
He mentioned diarrhea a lot.
Crazy diarrheas like in the middle of the night. All the time he's having these crazy diarrheas. You wash your hands.
Don't
as best
talk
you
about
can,
your
but
kid
these are really
like
nasty
this.
diarrheas. And then extremely foul-smelling diarrheas.
So of course,
don't
Ethan,
talk about
having
your
made
dog
so
like
many
this.
enemies over the years, other people react to his content. And when other people see that he's talking about his children getting giardia from dog poop.
Sonny's crawling around. He's putting everything in his mouth. He's at that age. He has giardia.
People are quite reasonably concerned. And so, yes, anyone who's seeing that content might be concerned enough to call CPS, including Ethan's own chat, which, by the way, is not a measly number. It's about 26,000 at the time of this stream. So there are 26,000 people listening to Ethan go into great detail over 7 or 8 minutes about diarrhea,
Jesus.
viscosity of diarrhea, his child having giardia, him and his whole family having giardia. They're calling it the poop house. Now what Ethan does, instead of taking any responsibility for sharing too much on his live stream, is that he decides to attack specific creators like Denims and say she was the source of the CPS call because her chat was reacting to Ethan and saying, wow, this
Right, so basically, don't side with anyone in here. I was almost siding with H3, and thank you for pointing that out. Both of you go to hell.
is concerning.
Is on her platform right now advocating for our children to be forcibly removed from us by Child Protective Services.
The problem with this CPS thing is that Ethan has proven to be a manipulative piece of shit. So when he calls on me to defend him, what the fuck am I meant to do? I don't trust you, and I'm glad I didn't trust you, because in your video defending yourself, you used a video that takes context from like 3 different places and combines them to make it seem like someone is coordinating an attack on you.
Oh my god.
Love made a good point. You said, is this every comment? I believe this is a live feed of the chat. This isn't edited.
What about the top right? I thought these were
No, it's
selected.
this, I think when you full screen it, no, this is an edit. It's a cutout of the full chat. It's just enlarged.
Oh, really?
Over the screen, yeah.
They're different, I think.
Yeah.
It's not timed. It's not timed the same way.
But it sounds like based on this clip, you knew that it was bullshit, and you just went with it anyway. Ethan Klein uses this very deceptively edited video that is just like doing this smooth scroll to make it seem like that's all of Denham's chat. But that's not what it is. And then when he's called out on it, he fucking hides it. He moves
both
his
these
window
people look
over the real
insane.
chat.
Also, this is not a joking matter, by the way. It can be very severe and deadly to small children. I mean, much like many other illnesses,
Reading the chat,
it's
co-signing
very,
it.
very, very dangerous.
Now pay
So I would
attention
assume
to
he
her
doesn't actually
chat.
have a housekeeper anymore, or perhaps he lost his extra housekeeper.
Oh my god, I thought that was card posting for a second.
So now the house is just like covered in dog shit.
He
And
really
his
sounds like him.
kids, And his kids like,
Why does it have to be anyone else's fault but your own? Take some fucking responsibility. It's just so bizarre that Ethan would expect Anise and I to make a statement when Denham's herself already made a statement about it and said that she does not condone calling
Because you've been to their house.
CPS.
So we're talking about CPS. 1, I don't condone. 2, I've never condoned it, and you will not be able to find a clip of me saying, yes, we should do this, because it doesn't exist. I've literally given Ethan Klein credit on multiple times or multiple instances, and I will do it again right now, for not showing photos of his kids.
Part of my criticisms of Ethan initially was the openness. I think it's a problem that you were that open, Ethan.
Well, you know I'm very open about everything. As part of how I wanted to conduct myself and how I wanted to relate to the audience.
Oh, sorry.
Is to be open as possible about every fucking thing in my life.
It is not strictly a benefit to be as open as possible on your podcast.
Ethan was just sharing his thoughts, what we were thinking, we were speculating.
Sonny's crawling around, he's putting everything in his mouth, he's at that age, he has giardia.
We were speculating.
Oh,
And now, Ela has giardia.
Shut.
Be open as possible about every fucking thing
How
in
can
my
this?
life.
How can a video be so anchoring and so boring?
It's too fucking weird to give out all that information.
Oh, you don't even want to say how many because you're afraid that it will
Yeah, by all means,
compromise
keep
your
talking
privacy.
about it.
On top of Ethan characterizing me and my wife as anti-Semitic, he also takes a dig at my tattoos.
Bro, you literally look
Yeah.
like a fucking free tattoo pack that you get.
Yeah, your tattoos are not good.
For 25 cents from a windy thing, bro. Like literally,
Windy
my kids
thing?
have cooler fucking tattoos from Chuck E. Cheese. Bro looks like he just went to the menu and was like, "I'll take that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one."
I have quite a few options here. I can show your tattoos in all of their glory,
Well,
or I can show that your
that's-
tattoo made it to the top of awful taste but great execution.
Wait.
Subreddit, which
Wait.
is not a good thing. I mean,
Wait,
it
is
might
that
be a
Hilo?
good thing for the artists that you work with because that means that they did a good job from a technical standpoint, but it's sort of a failure in every other aspect, particularly the decision-making aspect. If you want to go tattoo for tattoo, Ethan, we can do that. You want to keep it to other things?
Please
we
do.
can. I'll give you that option. Ethan also talks about the potential CTE that I might have after boxing.
Yes.
Ethan, your whole system is scrambled.
No, your brain is scrambled from getting punched in the face too many times because you don't understand the situation. Some people are saying the CTE is starting to take effect. I guess that would be comforting if there was some explanation at least.
Any amount of CTE that I may have endured after doing 2 boxing matches, I'm going to say is preferred over having to share the load of doing 50 jumping jacks with my wife.
Yeah, what if we do both do them? We'll both do 25 at once.
25 each?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Great form by both.
Really nice. They must work out.
Kill.
Also, why are you talking about CTE at all? Like, you've continually illustrated that you can't keep track of anything.
It came up because they were talking about it on their fucking podcast. By the way, they're the ones that like started this conversation by talking about it on the podcast. Be like, hey, I'm not getting involved.
I think that was their response after you guys initially called them out.
He can't even keep straight who attacked who first. He thinks that our podcast, where we're expressing sympathy for him and Ela, was the impetus.
This, by the
for
way,
him
this
talking
podcast, that podcast is terrible. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch the Uncle Dane show.
CTE than harassment-induced CTE. Ethan acts like we're such great friends and that like he shared such intimate moments with me, but it's all horseshit. He's lying. Like the whole thing is a fucking lie. He's manipulating his audience. We did not have a close relationship.
You guys were buddies.
Really? I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I guess Idubbbz was like more of a Max Mofo and Filthy Frank, though. Again, don't forget Max Mofo's wedding.
He texted me like one time, like, hey, dude, we should talk this out. And I was like, I don't feel like having this conversation right now. That's it. So Ian kept trying to get me on the phone or text with me. And I told him, dude, honestly, I don't feel like having this conversation right now.
Okay.
Fair, right? I just didn't want to do it. Okay?
Just in that particular moment?
And then,
or like
Uncle Dane the Predator
turns out I
man.
didn't want to talk to him at all.
Okay.
If the relationship was that close, you would have talked to me on the phone. You wouldn't have shit-talked me. You would be curious where my brain was at and where I was coming from. There's this moment in the Content Cop where I'm trying to give an example of
I
the
thought I'd have to
cycle of
BRB up.
harassment. Have you ever been in a comment section and found someone to argue with? It doesn't stop. It can literally go on forever if you don't want to touch grass.
I mean, yeah, this was kind of... Okay, what does that have to do with me?
I don't know.
Are you okay?
Ethan and Ela act like they have no idea what I'm talking about here. So, I mean, maybe they don't. It's a very obvious and easy to digest point. That's why I made it that way. I'm going to explain it here so everyone on the internet understands. When you have a podcast where you are constantly emotionally dumping and saying things just off the top of your head and you're attacking other people randomly, maybe from your perspective it's not attacking. Maybe you're just commenting on someone else's situation.
He's got to be one of the most visually repulsive people. FaZe Banks, like, in my opinion,
I'm gonna
he's
skip
somewhat repulsive to look at.
And be
pedophile. Pirate Software is was like weird about it.
Fair.
Like, look at my old voice, it's so lame. What an obnoxious loser. She goes, I can't believe
Pirate
these
Software
people
does
are
suck.
so obnoxious. And he looks like an idiot who's obsessed with me, dude.
But what
You never will be.
what we took it as is
That.
you might think that all of the harassment you're getting has everything to do with your politics and your idea of Israel.
I think I might be
Palestine,
done.
But a lot of people that you've just
Called a fucking baby
I
killer.
was talking specifically about
That's way
Krogan.
worse than being called fat and ugly, in my opinion.
Also, on top of Ethan and Ela constantly victimizing themselves, I did notice that as soon as we didn't immediately jump to Ethan and Ela's defense, Ethan took that to heart and he started problem with any of it until I made the video. Just lobbing it to me and Anissa.
And like dangerous. He is going out of his way to slander you as a neo-Nazi. Like that can get you hurt.
Thank you, Ethan Klein. You are my best friend.
Rent payer.
Nazi. Okay, yeah, fuck you guys too. Okay.
All right, I'm done. I'm done with that. I want to learn about the SML lore.
I'm gonna answer a question that nobody asked.
Marvin, I'm going to work. I need you to get some steaks.
Okay.
All right, I'm saving
What do
that.
I consider canon in
All right.
SML? Now, I have actual reasons for thinking the way that I think instead of just going, well,
Sorry.
I like this and I
Sorry.
don't like that. Because, like, it's really easy to just say I don't like something, therefore it's not canon. Although, even when I do that, I do have reasons why I do that. And there's also the people that are going to be like, well, it's just episodic and random, so, you know, it doesn't really matter what's canon. And there's also going to be people that are going to go, well, it's SML. Everything that happens in episodes are considered canon. So today
Right,
I'm going to actually talk about what I think is canon and what I constitute as something for being canon. Did that make sense? Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Let's just get to the video.
All right, so I think from like a couple streams ago, I did watch this, and I kind of like this channel a bit.
Minion.
He talking about the minion versus the bot.
Alright, so I figure we should start off with what is canon in SML, like actually confirmed. So pretty much everything with Jeffy and like his lore is confirmed. When it comes to
the Jeffy lore, of course.
His dad, his mother being horrible, as we saw on Jeffy's 20th birthday and a few other episodes. Other events such as when they moved out of the house into the apartment and when they moved from the apartment to the new house. The secret door is definitely canon. Oh yeah, the episode where Marvin meets Jeffy for the first time, that's clearly canon. And other videos such as that nature are considered canon.
Right.
And a lot of the more serious videos I would also consider canon, like I said, Secret Door, Jeffy's birthday videos, and so on.
What
those
are the
actually
ones?
have continuity and are actually like important to SML lore-wise. Damn it, stuttering. Now, the series videos get a little tricky, because some of the series videos I just consider to be their own thing. Like, they just happen outside of SML canon as, like, a separate series, right? Because most of the series videos, they don't actually tie into, like, the usual episodic random videos that
Man, I do need to eventually... I never got far on any of this old stuff. I think I've only watched, like, episode 2 of Stupid Dumb Adventures.
Like
Might have to
Mario
watch
Stupid and Dumb Adventures, Mario and Bowser's Crazy and Dumb Adventures, or no, did I say that backwards? Well, you know what I mean. However, other series that I would consider canon.
Oh yeah,
SML
this
lore
one
would be,
though.
like, you know,
The school videos were the best.
Goes to Summer School, the Playtime series, and just other random series that aren't super heavy. Well, I mean heavy as in like, you know, lore related or just like continual lore throughout the series. Because the Playtime series, you know, that's just Junior and his friends goofing off and having fun. Like that can just happen in the background of any video. But episodes like Chef Pee Pee Quits, well, that's kind of its own thing. Because why are we gonna have a Chef Pee Pee Quits video, then the next video just have a random SML video where Chef Pee Pee's still there?
Also, that one
Same
has Five Nights at Freddy, but then there's also the new Five Nights at Freddy.
with other things like Mario and Luigi's Stupid and Dumb Adventures. They're gonna have like their own series, but in actual like the episodic episodes, they're just doing whatever. So it's not super integrated with the usual episodes. They're their own thing. And another way you could view the series videos is just that it's stuff that happens off screen. Like, you could consider it canon in the SML lore, but not take into consideration the actual upload date. Like I said, for Chef Pee Pee Quits, you could consider that canon, but all of that would have to happen all on its own off screen, and the upload dates would have
What
to
do you mean
like,
off screen?
What I'm trying to say with this? No. Like, even though it was uploaded throughout the series of a few months, it all takes place in one separate time from the regular videos, and then eventually, you know, Chef Pee Pee comes back and is like, oh yeah, I remember that time where Chef Pee Pee quit, it didn't really work out for him.
There was a whole series where Chef Pee Pee actually quit and went to go do other things, and now he's just, like, back? Like, we never really resolved that? Why did that happen?
I don't know. I think Chef Pee Pee just has to work for my dad. I don't know how this started.
Oh, that sounds like slavery to me.
And then another thing in SML canon is Joseph's mom. So, like, Joseph's mom has been dead for a while, right? And it was debated if Joseph killed her or not, and it was like, people think, oh, she didn't really just die randomly, that doesn't really make sense. So we thought, like, Joseph killed her.
Yeah.
But then we found out that Joseph's mom actually just left him, which was very sad. But this is when I'm gonna start getting into, like, actual continuity and what is and isn't
Alright,
canon.
this is the interesting
now,
part.
As I've stated previously, there was a time when I stopped watching modern SML for a while, so I
Let's
might
see.
be a little...
Was it... Because, like, I didn't really watch it from, like, 2018 to, like, till 2023, I guess.
Entirely in the know of stuff that's
2024, technically,
Like,
I was rewatching old stuff.
But this is a video I've talked about before on my channel, and every time I do, it's not positive, I'll tell you that much. Joseph the Millionaire. Now, in this video, Joseph's mom is actually talking to him on the phone, and she actively gives him money. Although at the end of this episode, Junior's brain gets wiped, and it's just another episodic episode, right? Like, after this video, it just reverts back to Joseph being poor and whatnot. And some people say this video is canon, and other people, such as myself, say it's not canon. But what really constitutes for the video to be canon or not canon? Well, one of the indicators that I just take it as being a whatever episode is just that it reverts things back at the end. Like, in the next video, Joseph isn't a millionaire, and there's no mention of it really outside of that. And something that also kind of pisses me off about this episode is, like, there's no, like, actual answer for that.
Alright, I'm bored.
No, I'm not gonna lie, I think Stuck is a funny video, except for that one couch scene. I really
Alright, I want to watch some trolls, man. Ooh, who is this? What is this? What? What? The YouTube channel. What? And now this is also made it a Facebook page. So if you're one of our followers on ooh, Funko Pop. More Funko Pop, man.
Today, everybody, we are
No, Trolls Band Together fan. First.
Star Wars.
Let me so tell me why it's. Tell me why this movie that made $1 billion is underrated.
Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars. What up, y'all? Trolls Band Together fans, all the 1 year, and happy May the 4th.
Did I mention that I got to 900 subs today? Or noticed? Thank you for that, especially you, Call, if you see this.
Everybody, that's right, guys. Yeah, I know it's tomorrow, but honestly, I just want to bring it out today, honestly. Yeah. And to celebrate,
I didn't even notice that because
I decided
it's not a real holiday.
I'm gonna talk about the sequel trilogy. Now, yeah, I'll get to the.
Hey, let me see if he has anything else interesting. Not really.
Clones at Phantom Menace and the originals and those spin-offs, honestly, but I'll get to those some other time. And I felt like, why not revisit Force Awakens for its 10th anniversary? That's right, guys.
Oh god, it is the 10th
early
anniversary.
10th anniversary to Force Awakens, honestly. This movie, honestly, is a fucking masterpiece, honestly.
Masterpiece.
At the time, it was like the movie of the millennium. I mean, people were fucking hyped for
Force. It's like a reverse Phantom Menace. It's
This was like the ultimate Star Wars.
Or I guess people did like Phantom Menace at first, and people like Phantom Menace now a lot more than they did.
This movie to get hyped for. It was a return to the Star Wars universe. I was certainly hyped for it as well.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it in theaters. It was all right at first, and then the movie's kind of empty. Not the theater, just the movie.
And people loved Force Awakens at the time, but nowadays, yeah, it definitely has not.
He looks like Jay's reviews
nowadays. People just say, The Force Awakens does not age well because in comparison to the other sequel movies, and it sucks that people even revisit
It's the one of those people like
The Menace and Attack of the Clones, and they all said, actually, those movies aren't that bad. They're awesome now. I'm like, hell no, guys. I mean, Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, those can go to straight up hell. Those movies were fucking atrocious. But honestly, revisiting Force Awakens, I gotta say, it holds up perfectly 10 years later. The story's awesome and
Really? The setup for nothing holds up perfectly?
CGI and effects are awesome. I mean, they do great job blending.
That honestly shouldn't even count at this point.
Practical effects and visual effects so perfectly. Unlike that shitty Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. This movie honestly feels like a much better version of A New Hope. Rey Skywalker is easily the best Star Wars character of all time. I mean, man, she's so fucking hot. Also, a few weeks ago...
Really? I mean, he is trolling, right?
I got this Rey hot toy at my vintage stop. Man, it's so badass, right? Also, what came with that Rey hot toy was also this BB-8 toy, which
I think I have that.
Never owned before, but thank God now I own a BB-8 toy. It's adorable, right? And
I'm pretty sure I own. I remember having one of these. Where the like head is like a big pin, basically.
Star Wars droid
goes in a hole.
Kylo Ren is a fucking
I
awesome
had that.
And yeah, this action figure is so badass, right? And
I
yeah,
think
I've had this toy for like a while now. The action is fucking awesome, like the escape on Jakku.
I gotta say, my boy does look pretty comfy. I took a nap today after I ate a big pasta, and that was pretty comfy. He looks almost as comfy as I was.
The Resistance area gets blown up. Maz Kanata's place gets blown up. And also, the final battle, Dan, holy wowzer, was when they blew up the Starkiller base. Damn.
It's like he's seeing God.
Badass. And also, Han Solo, man. Easily Harrison Ford's best role to date. And man, I just love that line. Chewie, Rome, And his death scene, holy wowzers. When Kylo Ren stabs his lightsaber right through him and he falls off, holy wowzers. When I saw that for the first time back in 2015, 10 years ago, I was shocked. My jaw dropped in awe at that.
He looks like this. Why am I thinking of the Commodore 64 game, Tongue of the Fat Man? What's that? Fat Patan. Yep. PC Gamer. Sure, let's look at some PC Gamer. Oh yeah, GTA 6 got delayed. Ugh. That's...
That scene. And that cliffhanger at the end when
Oh,
Ray meets Luke.
oh no, this is not the face reveal, thank God.
Wow, that was an awesome cliffhanger. Even though it led to a very horrible piece of shit movie. But regardless, it was still an awesome scene. Yeah, what can I say, guys? Star Wars Force Awakens, honestly, it holds up perfectly to this very day. It's one of the top 10 best movies from 2015. Now, granted, it's not the best movie of 2015. That still goes to Inside Out 1. But still, Force Awakens is...
Starting
Funko
at the mall
Pop.
because I am going
More
over
pop.
to Hot Topic. They got in a bunch of new figures. If I'm going to be honest, everybody,
Oh God,
I'm pretty excited about this because
it's like that. It looks like Son of the Mask, the like dance, the dance scene.
they got some of the new Five Nights at Freddy's ones, as well as a bunch of others that you are not going to want to miss out on. Oh, and I can't forget that there was also another store here that came not too long ago called Mind Games, and they usually have a pretty good wall of figures.
Yeah,
so also
that
go
nostril.
there after Hot Topic. But anyways, everybody, let's just go down there, find out
Come
what
on,
they got left
let's
over,
see
because I think for the
through Big
Withered
Bong.
Foxy, there was only about 3 left, and they've just opened up a little while ago, so fingers crossed they still have them. We're there.
Oh my God, he
made it
Hot
in.
Topic, man.
Now, looking around, over here I'm seeing some plush. Like, this is pretty cool. We got SpongeBob and Donkey. Oh, and speaking of Donkey, look at this up here, everybody. It's the Pocket Pop of Donkey with a waffle. Ooh, is this Cosmo and
Where
Wanda?
did he ever have a waffle?
Okay, it looks like maybe just Wanda, but that is another really great one, too. And now
Why would I be doing a
regular
face
section
reveal
here. We're
in
gonna
bed?
have to see what is new. I'm looking at the top here, and we've got like some of the Batman ones. We've got Black Clover. This is stuff that I think I've seen before, though. And that Demon Slayer one, I don't know if it's a restock or something a little bit newer. But either way, moving down there, buddy, we have Dragon Ball Broly. Oh, this is really cool from the movie stuff. And then over here, we've got some more anime with like Eustace Kid, and this is a really cool one too. I don't know if this is from the new set. Oh, well, that's not very helpful. But either way, though, everybody, it is a pretty cool pop. And I also see over here they have the Advanced Suit 2.0 Symbiote. Wow, it's a long name. Advanced Suit 2.0 Symbiote Takeover. That is a pretty sick
What the
pop.
hell
But
is
anyways, everybody, getting a little
Gamerverse?
bit lower. This is also what I came for because I know I talked about some of the ones while we were out there, like this Withered Foxy. Is always cool to see. And then in the middle, I noticed this over here, guys. They have their own pop protectors, but it has like Luffy on the front. How interesting. Oh, and now, of course, you've got to check out the other side here, which has a lot of movies as well as DC. And it's cool because I'm seeing like, you know, the Electric State up here. We've also got Beetlejuice.
Really? The electric. I wish that was.
Hello, Jay here, back with another.
Of course. All right, let's see. Anything else? He's not. Let me guess. Yep.
Hey everyone.
Wait, is that actually?
Hey everyone, my name is Austin.
I don't know who that is. I thought he was a NASCARman. What? YouTube is falsely terminating users for no reason until 2026? Why would they stop? I'm pretty sure they've never stopped. Ooh. Alright, what is this? Oh yeah, new Kid Icarus, by the way.
This. I will turn off my computer whenever you like it or not.
Ugh.
And now, that should be a 20th count.
2 more.
I have no idea
That's
what this is. I think I'm gonna hang on. Switch over to. Hopefully this works. Because I haven't streamed in a while. Let's do this. Yeah. Hell yeah, tubes. Oh. Hang on. Let's just do Androgen Assault. The Cult of Order PD. Annihilate the chief of police. Let's. Oh, damn it. Alright. Guess we're doing base weapons. Ah, damn it. There. Remember this being pretty good. Right. So, 2 targets. Nope. Yeah, okay. Let's get the real stuff. Body armor. Sure, speed enhancer. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it's last time I played this, but I do remember there was a thing where, like, they fixed armor, so this is probably not as good as it was. Damn it. Yep. Right. Man, yeah, they fixed it. So, well, the thing is, armor just, like, basically did nothing, so, and armor downgrade also did nothing. Yeah, I'm... Almost... Yeah. For some reason, this is remind me of San Andreas, but that's just because I'm almost done with San Andreas, and I'm kind of obsessed with it right now. But something about just the way this is... I don't know, maybe it's just the jank talking, because that's also a pretty janky game, but... This is... That eye is always so scary. I think that's the prison cells. I need to get that. How did he miss? Keeps being so close. Alright, first one. Wait. Oh yeah, he drops poison. Don't get that. I vaguely... Ooh, I think that hit the helmet. I'm getting pretty reckless. Okay. I think this is where I go. Alright. Oh no. Okay, just run. Oh, the cocaine room. Give me organs. Wrong way. Oh. Actually, I remembered there being something here. This is the other way. But I'm pretty sure there's someone here that can kill me though. I don't know. Or is it this way? Oh, sorry. Wait. No, I'm pretty sure this isn't the way to mine mayhem, or... No, it's Miner's Miracle, that's what it is. I don't think there isn't even anything there. Where's the exit? Yeah, the bouncy castle. I still don't get that. But, right. Did one level. that. Let me put the BRB back up. Though this is the end of the stream. Thank you all for coming. This hasn't been a very lively one, but that's fine. Next stream I might be coming up on a bit of a deadline where I won't be able to do stuff for a while, so I'm gonna have to probably I might stream rewatching Vampire D Bloodlust for the video for notes. I didn't take any. But I don't know, because I'm pretty sure that movie has some nudity, but I did watch it on YouTube, so I don't know. I don't know if I want, and also it's copyright. I don't know if I want to risk my channel, but I might. But see you all. Thank you.